If you're dealing with weak water, inconsistent pressures, or flow that drops when more things are being used, and you think the cause is a pump that isn't strong enough, well then there's a good chance that you're not looking at what's really happening. Because if the pump were truly weak, the water would feel weak all the time. Not strong sometimes and weak other times, not different in the morning versus the evening, and not only when multiple fixtures are being used. A real cause always creates a clear, repeatable patterns. If that pattern isn't there, the pump may not be the root of the problem. In real homes, most of the time, nothing is actually broken. The pump is running, no error codes, no warnings. Turn on a single faucet. It feels fine. Take a shower by yourself, no problem. But once another fixture is open, the washing machine starts, or multiple fixtures run at the same time, the experience changes. The water doesn't stop. It doesn't shut off. It just feels noticeably weaker. And the key detail is this: it doesn't behave like a true failure. It doesn't happen immediately. It doesn't get worse every day. It doesn't happen all the time. It only shows up under certain conditions. In these situations, the most natural assumptions people make is the pump is weak, the pump is too small, the pump doesn't have enough power. Even many contractors jump to that conclusions. And honestly, it sounds reasonable. The logic feels simple. Weak water, stronger pump, problem solved. But in many real homes, that's not the actual root cause. But because they're looking at the problem in the very surface level way. They're focused on the device when the real limitations is in the system itself. In this video, I'll help you understand what's really controlling how your water feels and how to avoid spending money on a pump that can actually make things work. No scare tactics, no selling, just clear explanations. In any systems, plumbing, electrical, or HVAC components don't operate independently. They share the same sorts, use the same pathways, and are limited by the same constraints. You can replace a pump, but the pipes are still the same pipes. The supply is still the same supply. The original design hasn't changed. So a system can't deliver more than what it was designed to support. So here's the key principle for this video. A pump can only move water within the limits of a system it's connected to. When a system has spare capacities, you don't notice any problems. But when demand increases, the system begins to hit its limit. At that point, a stronger pump doesn't create more capacities. It just makes the system hit that limit faster and harder. So let's read the signs. If the problem were truly a weak pump, what would you expect? Weak water all the time? No difference between low use and high use? No dependence on shared demand? Well, that's the fingerprint of a weak pump. But what do you actually see? Normal flow when demand is low. Weaker flow when demand increases. Recovery as soon as demand drops. So that's not a weak pump. That's a system being forced to share the limited capacities. So when you install a stronger pump into a system that's already at its limit, you don't fix the cause. You introduce pressures and instabilities, uneven flow behavior, and a worse user experience. Because the system was never designed to operate that way. This situation doesn't look like a weak pump. It looks like a system operating very close to its design limit. What matters isn't installing a bigger pump or pushing more pressures. What matters is understanding the true nature of the systems before spending money on changes. Don't rush to add a pump just because water feels weak in certain situations. In many cases, the wrong pump doesn't make water stronger. It just makes the system harder to control and live with. When a problem only appears under certain conditions, the cause is usually not a failure, but a system that has reached its limit.